Hey, what's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. All right. So, we are going to be working on The Punisher versus The Walking Dead. Came across this one online and thought it was really cool. I need to. I've gotten really comfortable, hey, with doing my pinup styles, stuff like that, but what I really need to be focusing on at this point is whoa, multi-character scenes and interior comic panel pages. So that's what I'm going to be grinding on for a while. Um, it's a little bit different when you're doing a setup like this rather than doing a pinup or even a cover scene. Is that when you're doing interior pages, color theory still applies and stuff, but the level of detail is typically a little bit lessened. And one thing that I'm starting to learn is the rules kind of get thrown out a little bit as far as the color goes and the page layout goes, because you're trying to evoke more of an emotion. And me being a logically minded person is something that I struggle with and need to be working on. So we're gonna go ahead and do that, and we're gonna work on this and see how it goes. Yeah. So if anyone has any questions or wants to know anything, let me know. Otherwise, I'm just gonna hop in and do my thing. I did actually get around to flatting this beforehand, which I've been horrible about, so you don't have to sit through that boring part. But we're gonna jump right in and just get to rendering. I think I'm already good with my color selections on my flats. I think I like where they're at. So it's gonna be jumping right in and just getting to some shading and lighting and rendering and effects and all that fun stuff. Normally, I have a silhouette layer where everything's just flatted in chunks, so I don't end up in a situation like this where I got to go through and select everything. I can just select the silhouettes and it'll capture everything, but I didn't do that. So now I'm kind of kicking myself because I gotta sit here and select everything and hope I don't miss anything. We'll see. I think I got it all. No, I didn't. Still miss some. Wrong button. Oops. Still missed a couple things. And there. There we go. We'll take that down quite a bit. just so we have something to remove. There we go. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. What's up, Tim? Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Try and kick that up maybe just a little bit more. Don't know that I necessarily like what's happening here. We'll see how that works out. Before I get too crazy, I want to make sure that I save my palette colors. All right. It was fun to flat. I just kind of hung out with myself and just took some time. I had some fun. I didn't want you guys to have to sit through the flatting process yet again because I was lazy. All right. One moment here. I will be right back. Technical difficulty. Geez, sorry about that. Oh, now I'm dropping my stuff. Yeah, the line art on this is sweet. That's what that's what drew me in, for sure. Hmm. Gonna be a lot going on in this one, but I'm hoping to be quick about it and not not overthink things. Keep things pretty fast and loose. We'll see. The few foreground characters, they're gonna have the most detail aside from the Punisher. So once I get into the thick of it, it should move pretty quickly. It's interesting because there's a lot of texture going on here. Already just in the line art. I'm really trying to be a little more thoughtful of where I'm placing things just because I don't want things to get too confused or lost. What do you guys want to see next week? Anyone have any suggestions? Anyone want to see any certain style of art or subject matter or anything? We can do some animated stuff, some cartoony stuff, some more painterly stuff again. feel like I haven't really asked lately what people are wanting to see. That is true. We still haven't seen a unicorn. That's on me. That's my bad. We'll get to it one day. Gaming at all, like Mega Man or something? No, not really. Not really. Um, don't really know why. We totally could. Totally could. That'd be a lot of fun. The development of color around how you do metal surfaces. So a tutorial on how to render metal. Yeah. I'll tell you what. I'll see what I can find, and we can definitely do that. That's not a problem. Good suggestion. Good suggestion. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I hear you, man. And I appreciate you hanging out. Like when you guys hang out with me. Gives me someone to talk to. Helps to pass the time. I mean, I'd be sitting here doing this anyway. It would just be a lot more quiet. Realized I was coming in a little too heavy-handed on some of this, especially given they're in the background. There's some interesting things that I want to try and do on this one. See if I can pull them off to get a more of a sense of depth. Trying to use color holds in a different way. So it'll be interesting to see what I can do when we get there. Yeah, yeah, you're absolutely right. It's a struggle. That's for sure. I uh I spend a lot of my time, and I mean like a lot, like hours and hours, just surfing different websites and artist portfolios and stuff like that just to try and find some good stuff. And when I find good stuff, I then got to remember, let's not do 6 months or a whole series of me just doing this one person's art over and over just because I like their style. That's a it's an easy trap to fall into. Done it a couple times where I've done, one or two pieces back to back of someone's stuff. I'm usually pretty good about catching it. Going, all right, the next one we gotta do someone else's art. Then maybe in another one or two we'll do another one from that one. But I have a little roster of artists that I like to go to, but I'm always looking for new stuff. Not that a whole lot of people watch this channel, but I do it mostly for myself or to, ask answer questions for people that happen to have them, because on occasion we have people come in and do a little tutoring or a little mentoring. But that's why I'm always trying to find art and putting the artist's name and stuff like that up there, because you're being exposed to a new artist as well. So maybe if you're looking for a commission sometime, you have a good idea of who to go to, or whatever the case might be. Well, let's see. Let's take a step back. There are some things I'm not liking. Well, send me some stuff. If I have some time, maybe it's something that I can draw up or something. If it's not going to take too long. Where am I? Feel like I'm letting myself get a little lost in this. There's a lot going on. All right. I think we'll call that good as a first pass on those zombies. Like I said, it's important that they're there. They don't need a lot of detail. Just a couple of the foreground ones need a little more detail, but I don't want them to detract from the center of the piece, which of course is the Punisher laying waste. So when I go to drop in some highlights here, it's going to have to be very subtle. And again, it's going to take me forever just to go around selecting everything. That's on me. I didn't think ahead in my flatting. There's always something. Think I got it. Come here. Drop that way down. I think even that's getting a little lost there. No, not too bad. I think we'll take it down to about 20% on the opacity of that light hitting the zombies. It's there, adding depth, but adding a little contrast, but it's not too wild and distracting. I like the idea of doing some video game stuff. I don't know why I haven't really gone down that road. Take that down just to see what we end up with. Was that because there's no decent line art that isn't pre-shaded to all hell? Yeah. I mean, it's just hard to find because there's there's a lot of artists that are working on improving themselves that are out there. So you just got to sift through it all. Just like if you were to try and discover new music by hopping on SoundCloud, you're going to hit some gold, but you're going to have to sift through a lot of crap. Yeah, it helps if you go to like Deviant Art or ArtStation or Behance. Pinterest, surprisingly, is a good place to go as well. But you kind of go where the artists go. But if you're looking for video game stuff, a lot of that is done in such a simpler style that you might even be able to just type in like Nintendo coloring book, or something like that. But it becomes a little hard just because you want to make sure you're giving I want to make sure I'm giving proper credit to, proper artists and stuff. Oh yeah, for sure. I hear you. That stuff can turn out really cool. Is the producer slacking? I'm sorry, guys. Been on her about that. Oh. Oh. Looks like Tim didn't send it where it's supposed to go. Um, no. No, I really haven't done much in the way of video game art. I did that one piece for Mike and Tom of Samus, and that was really about it. Mario would be fun, Be kind of cool to see how many I could kind of knock out in a session. see where we're at here. Minus all of that. Come back in with that same orange. Drop that in, take it down. That is very dark, but I'm hoping that we'll be able to bring some more to it because we're going to have some blasts coming out of the gun. And I want that yellow to be bouncing off both the left and right hand side. So I'm hoping that adds a little something to it. Maybe we'll pull that back a little. Come over to this layer. There we go. I think that's better. I think we're getting there. I think we're hitting the mark. Hey, April. Gotta label my layers here. I'm starting to get some layers going, so I'll get lost. That's my gutters or border. Okay. I think we'll take that down to about there. And then we'll add some more highlights from the blast of the gun and do some specular highlighting, hit some of those high points, mess around with some of the textures in the backgrounds. So yeah. Normal unicorn and a normal nutcracker. So nothing like distorted or gory or freaky. All right, guys, I'm going to take a quick 5 minutes, come back, and we'll keep pressing on. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. I do like the idea of like a broken psychotic nutcracker riding a bloody dark unicorn, though. Sounds like it could be fun. I'll see if I can find time. If I can find time, we'll do two versions. Though drawing the anatomy of a horse might be interesting. All right, let's get up in here. Start messing around with some effects. All right, man. Night, Tim. Thanks for hanging out, dude. It was too distracting. Maybe they're too distracting. We'll have to see. We'll see what happens as we continue to go through this. Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see. Hmm. Let's try throwing a little blur on those. I think that helps. Throw a little bit of blur on that. Come in and drag some of that out. Tone it down just a little bit. I think that works. I think that will do. Yeah, thank you. That's the right one. Yeah. Okay. The only thing we're going to play around with some color holds. That's not what I wanted to do. That's not what I wanted to do either. We want a clipping mask. There we go. See what it looks like if we take some of these blacks and pop a little red in there. Maybe I need to make it a little more saturated or something. I don't know. We'll have to play around with it and see what happens. I think those little pockets of red blood is a nice touch. Let's mess around with the saturation and stuff on that. Definitely doesn't need to be brighter. There we go. I think that'll work. Noticeable, but not distracting. Just gives you something to kind of find as you're looking at the image, I think. Let's see if this helps with the latency. We're getting a little bit of latency here. I do want to do some additional color holds just to create that sense of depth. We'll keep going and see where we land. Hmm. Yeah, I think that's the one there. Just to kind of push some of those ones in the back just out a little farther. That way he really starts to feel like he's being encircled. So I think desaturating those and pushing them pushes them back enough to where you get a really a better sense of depth of field. They really feel like they're in the deep back rather than the middle ground or even foreground. I think I'll do another overlay on the Punisher here. See if we can't push him more towards the middle a little bit. That's not what I wanted. There we go. I think that's looking pretty cool. What are your thoughts? You feel like it's missing anything? Should I do anything with the background or should I just leave it flat? That's what kind of where I'm at. Let's check our. Yeah, all of our contrast looks fantastic. I mean, you switch that to black and white, and you have no doubt that the Punisher is the centerpiece. Yeah, yeah, I agree, April. Yeah, Ashley, April, you guys think it should stay flat? Okay. Yeah, I don't see why not. I don't. Yeah, with the zombies, I'm torn because I don't want to draw any attention to them per se. They don't feel flat, but I almost feel like they're missing something. Um, and what that is, I don't quite know. I mean, I can do another pass of maybe some darker shadow. No, no, I don't think. Yeah, I don't know. Right. It feels like there's something. Just don't know what that something is. Yeah, there's definitely way too many of them for glowing eyes, and this is based off The Walking Dead, and they don't have glowing eyes. Um, hmm. Maybe make the Punisher pop more? You really think so? I mean, we can always try maybe do. Yeah, yeah, it should be kind of like a journey for your eyes, you know, like a discovery. Like you should be brought right to where the Punisher's at upon first glance, which I think we achieve that. And then you kind of look towards the guns, and then you kind of start looking around, and it's like, oh wow, there's a lot going on here. Yeah, no, you're not wrong. That's why I was thinking about maybe doing another pass of highlights or another layer of shadow, but I just didn't want to bring more attention to them. So I was kind of just torn a bit. Whoa. Yeah. Um, yeah, it would need to be subtle, that's for sure. Maybe we do. Maybe we do just do one more little layer just to see what happens. It's definitely adding a bit more to it, which is not a bad thing. Just trying to keep it light, though. I think really it's just the front couple that needed that little extra something. Notice I completely missed this one's hair. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. I think that's good. I think it added just a little bit more dimension, which is good. Just a little touch. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. Whoa. Not sure if these wounds really need to be treated with color holds. But I'm curious to what it'll look like. It's just some surprise little additions of color, I guess. I don't think I'm opposed to it. Maybe that was going a little too far on that guy. Maybe it was better in black. Let's try this. No, still don't like it. It looks fine in black. I think those little pops of red kind of add a little something to find along the way, I guess. Maybe. Meh. I think I'm not necessarily here nor there on those, to be honest. All right. Yeah, I think it looks good overall. I think we've got a finished piece, guys. I think that's good. I'm pretty pleased with it. It's a little bit of a different approach for me. Um, but I think it's a step in the right direction for doing uh comic panels and multiple characters in a scene and creating that contrast between things and making things feel a little more uh, emotional, sort of. I think with the yellows and oranges contrasting with the blues, it makes it feel a little more intense, a little more actiony. And I think that was achieved. That's what I was set out to do, and I think it works. I really got to drop the resolution on that, that signature. I think we'll drop that right there. Whoa, getting crazy. Yeah, awesome. Well, thanks, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for your feedback. I appreciate the conversation. And we'll go ahead and end this one here. I think Tim sent me some links for some things that we might do next week. I think it's going to be some more like video game characters and stuff. I don't know. We'll see. It could be fun. Um, so yeah, thanks. Happy Wednesday, and we'll see you next week. Have a good night.